Hello, I'm Frank Rancho, and it's a glorious day here in western Colorado. The sky's powder blue, clear, crisp. You can see forever, and off in the distance, the morning sunlight is glinting off the mountains. But that's not why it's glorious, because it's like that all the time. Rather, it's glorious because yesterday, the postman delivered this. This is GWH's Hawk 81A2 in 1/32 scale, and I am very excited by this release. I can't believe I lived long enough for this kit to show up, and I can't wait to review it and show you why I think it's so good. So let's get going. The kit comes in a nice box with terrific box art. I mean, that's a beautiful photograph painting of a AVG P40 shooting down a Sally bomber. The box is rather large. It's 18 by 13 inches. Mine came packed so tight in the box that the box was actually damaged in shipping from Hong Kong. But since I'm building the kit, I don't actually care that the box was damaged. But if you're a collector or something like that, you might want to be cautious about buying from overseas, because I've heard even worse stories about how the kits can be damaged. The neat thing about this box, though, is it's large enough that the parts inside all fit very well, and there's plenty of extra room. The parts are all wrapped in plastic and stapled, similar to how Tamiya packs their kits. I did have some breakage on one of my parts trees. These are some engine pipes, and some of these pipes actually broke. You can see right there. That's not a big deal for me. I totally know how to fix that. That won't be a problem. But there was a little bit of breakage in being shipped from Hong Kong, but nothing too exciting. As far as packaging goes, everything seems to be packed quite well, and the box is big enough that stuff is not squished on top of each other. There's actually quite a bit of room. In my release, I got a little, looks like an AVG pendant, and there's some magnets in here, and I'll explain what those are for later. They actually have a pretty innovative thing going on here. The instructions are in full color and seem very complete. GWH instructions can be a bit sketchy, and they often will release revisions to them. I'm definitely going to make sure I review these before I do any serious building, but they look really good. I mean, the illustrations look really good, and frankly, the model itself is not that complicated, so it's not hard to figure out where things go. But I still will suggest that you continue to exercise caution and use basic modeling first, and make sure you test fit before you glue anything, even on this kit. The moldings are all very crisp. This is the engine bearers. I mean, I know you can't see detail here, but other modelers will be doing very detailed reviews with better cameras. I'm just using my phone. But just looking, everything seems molded very well. One of the things that really caught my eye as a scale modeler, the fabric detail on these tail surfaces and the ailerons and rudders, elevators, is very well done. This is some of the best fabric, molded in fabric I have ever seen. These are really well done. The interesting thing about this too is if you look here, the trim tabs are molded separately for the elevators and rudders. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I mean, because I have to tell you how many kit I have to cut those out and place this, because on a real airplane they're not straight. Anyway, there's just there's a very specific parts layout here, and it's all very. There's not really that many parts to this kit. I mean, it has a lot of parts, but also at the same time not. This is actually a very high quality kit. There are two series of engine parts for this tree, and I'll explain that why. This kit has a very innovative feature. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the building, but this is just what's in the box. These are kind of interesting. These are full-scale color drawings of various AVG markings that come with the kit and how you should apply them. and they're in the correct scale. They're actually in 32nd scale, which is nice, but also kind of annoying because it's so big. They also have one of these for the fuselage. The decals, I'm just looking at them. They look thick. I don't trust these decals. I'm going to get yelled at, and somebody's going to tell me that, you know, I just need to learn how to do decals or something, but they're very thick. So I probably won't use the kit decals, or at least not all of them. I mean, I can feel them. See the texture on them? I definitely would test these decals before I went and put them on this absolutely magnificent mold. The neat thing though is the AVG shark mouths are all, there's very different styles. So you definitely have a nice complete set of markings. This is interesting. So it comes with your Hawk 82 markings seen on P40 AVGs, AVG P40s, and these are for the underside right here. And notice there's a royal blue color, white, and on the top there's this light blue, and that's because the blue they used faded super quickly, and that's actually very accurate. So that's a pretty cool detail that they got right. The kit comes with plastic wheels, but only one half. There isn't another half for the plastic wheels, so you cannot use the plastic wheel option. The only wheel option this kit comes with is rubber tires. And if rubber isn't your thing, you're going to have to get an aftermarket set, like maybe from Barracuda. Oh, also I forgot to mention, it comes with pre-cut masks. It looks like for the canopy. I haven't really studied where they go yet, but these are from Galaxy model masks. And I guess you get some kind of a collector card here. I don't know. That's just trash to me, but somebody might think that's great. These are the exhaust stacks for the engine, and they are exquisite. And there's two sets of them, and I'll explain why later. But these are really, really, really well done. This is nice. All these need to do is be painted, and they're going to look spectacular. Now, I'm sure aftermarket stacks will come out, and they may be a little better, but they're not going to be a lot better. These are really good. The kit actually has photo edge. It's very much a multimedia kit, and it has some very innovative design that I've never seen in a kit before. They've designed the kit flaps. See, I'll find that part here. They designed the kit flaps to work with both plastic and photo etch. So you build up the kit flaps with photo etch ribs while still using the kit plastic. So these flaps will actually attach into the wing and hold very strong. This is a very, very good design. I mean, this is really innovative stuff. I'm really impressed by this. This box contains the clear parts. Now, I've already taken a step, and this is just me, and I don't know about you, but one of the things, the clear parts were on this tree, and they're very well protected by this box. But they're of those parts that are kind of like the mold stub goes right up to the edge of the plastic. So any pressure on the part will cause a fracture that will not be fixable on the model itself. So I literally cut those parts off, and I didn't clean them up, but I cut them off to remove any chance of stress fractures, and I put them in plastic bags in the box. And I'm going to suggest you do that, because these parts are so thin and so fragile that if you look at them wrong, they're gonna fracture. Oh, you also get some. I don't know if you can see those. Those are 3D printed machine guns, machine gun barrels. All right. But just looking in through these plastic sheets, I can see the very fine rivet detail. These rivet details are equally as nice as any Tamiya kit. One thing that does concern me is you have an open hatch here, and then there's the hatch right there. Obviously, you can create this with an open hatch, and it will look okay. But the question becomes, how will it look when I close the hatch? And these are questions that have to be answered in building. I can't answer that by looking at it on the tree, but that's one of my concerns right there, is how well will this hatch meet? Now, another innovation that this kit comes with, I mentioned that they have these two engine trees. They come with two separate engines. This is fascinating. These parts are for creating the closed cowling version of the airplane, and as you can see, there's all the parts you'll need there to make the engine with a closed cowling. Now, there are no details on the inside of the cowling though, so this is definitely the closed cowling option. Those magnets that I showed you earlier, this is made as a single piece, and it attaches to the fuselage with a magnet. They also provide a full engine, and this is the Allison engine parts right here. There are all kinds of them. They provide a full engine, and it can be attached to the fuselage with magnets as well. So what they've designed is a model kit that has basically two engine configurations. If you want to leave the cowlings off and just show the engine, you can put the engine part on that doesn't have the cowling, and you'll just have the engine. Or you can pull that off and put the cowling on. So it's really interesting. However, there are no cowlings to lay around like the cowling parts. So all you have is the open engine. But it's an interesting design philosophy that I've never seen done before. So you have a couple of options with this kit. So anyway, this is my first look review. Hopefully this gives you some idea of what you have in the box. And we're going to start doing a little bit more in-depth build review next. So I hope you enjoyed this. Happy modeling, and we'll see you next time.